Have you ever considered that the answers to some of life's most pressing challenges are hidden in an ancient book written thousands of years ago? Proverbs 23 isn't just a collection of poetic sayings. It's a powerful guide for living with purpose, balance, and wisdom. And here's something you may not know. Many modern struggles like anxiety, greed, and lack of direction already had clear solutions revealed in this timeless chapter. Let me guess, you've probably tried following advice that sounded promising, only to feel more confused and stuck. Sound familiar? The good news is this video will cut through the noise. Today, we'll explore 10 life-changing lessons from Proverbs 23 that can transform the way you think, act, and even relate to others. And here's a warning. Lesson number 7 might just turn your world upside down, in the best way possible. Ready to uncover truths that few dare to share? Let's dive in. Lesson 1. Be wary of desires. Don't let greed blind your decisions. Chasing after more money, more possessions, more status can feel like progress, but greed blinds us to what truly matters. Think of the entrepreneur who sacrifices family and health to climb the corporate ladder, only to realize it wasn't worth it. Instead, focus on what you genuinely need. Start by making a priority list. Ask yourself, does this bring peace or just create more craving? Spoiler: peace always wins. Greed doesn't just distract, it derails. Imagine a gardener so obsessed with the neighbor's lush yard that they neglect their own plants. The result? Their garden withers. Take stock of what you already have and practice gratitude daily. Gratitude isn't just a nice idea. It's the antidote to the endless hunger for more. And speaking of growth, our next lesson will show you why discipline is the secret sauce to success. Lesson 2. Discipline matters. Avoiding correction blocks growth. Discipline is like the daily training of an athlete. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. Without it, you stay stuck in a comfort zone that leads nowhere. Think of a student who dodges feedback and only seeks easy answers. Sure, it's less painful now, but the future will expose their lack of preparation. A simple tip? Ask someone you trust for honest feedback. It might sting, but correction is the fastest path to growth. Avoiding discipline is like driving without a map. You might move, but you'll likely get lost. Small, consistent changes can transform your life. Wake up 15 minutes earlier to plan your day, or dedicate 30 minutes to learn something new. Discipline doesn't require perfection, just persistence. And as you cultivate this habit, you'll see why trusting in fleeting riches is a shaky foundation for life. Lesson 3. Wealth has wings. Don't place your trust in money. Money is like a restless bird. It can take off when you least expect it. Stories abound of people who gained fortunes only to lose everything overnight. It's a stark reminder that wealth is temporary, and placing your trust in it is like building a house on sand. Instead, invest in what truly lasts. Relationships, knowledge, and character. These are assets no market crash can take away. Trusting money is like relying on a leaky umbrella in a storm. You're bound to get soaked. Wealth isn't the enemy, but making it your life's anchor is a mistake. Instead, think about using your resources for good. Donate to a cause, invest in your community, or support someone in need. Generosity not only benefits others, but it enriches your soul. And speaking of enriching, the next lesson will teach you the art of listening for wisdom. Lesson 4. Listen to advice. Humility is the doorway to wisdom. We all know someone who insists on doing everything their way, as if they have all the answers. More often than not, they find themselves lost. Listening to advice isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Imagine a young entrepreneur who seeks guidance from an experienced mentor. This single act could save them years of mistakes. Take a step today. Identify someone you respect and ask them for their perspective. But not all advice is created equal. Wisdom requires discernment. Consider the fisherman who listens to a seasoned pro about when and where to cast his net. The result? Plentiful catch. Apply this to your life. Ask yourself, who am I learning from? The quality of your sources shapes the quality of your outcomes. And speaking of outcomes, the next lesson shows how moderation is the key to a balanced life. Lesson 5. Avoid excess. Overindulgence never ends well. Excess might feel rewarding in the moment, but it always demands a price. It's like pouring too much salt into a dish. What started as enjoyable quickly becomes unbearable. Think about overeating or overdrinking. It drains your energy, disrupts your sleep, and affects your overall well-being. Start small. Reduce portion sizes or skip that late-night snack. These small adjustments lead to big rewards over time. Excess isn't limited to food or drink. It shows up in work, consumption, and even relationships. Imagine a professional who never says no and ends up burnt out. Balance is the antidote. Take regular breaks, set boundaries, and embrace the power of enough. And speaking of limits, the next lesson dives into the dangers of living in constant comparison. Lesson 6. Do not envy. Comparison steals joy. Envy is a thief. It robs you of contentment and blinds you to the blessings in your own life. Picture someone so focused on their neighbor's achievements that they forget to appreciate their own journey. Gratitude is the cure. Every day, list 3 things you're thankful for. It shifts your perspective from what you lack to what you have in abundance. Comparison is like running a race while constantly looking sideways. You're bound to stumble. Instead, focus on your own progress. Start a journal to track your wins, no matter how small. This simple habit reinforces how far you've come. And as you embrace your unique path, the next lesson challenges you to prioritize truth over convenience. Lesson 7. Value truth. Lies may seem easier, but truth prevails. Truth is a strong foundation. It takes time to build but supports everything you place on it. Lies, however, are shortcuts that lead to dead ends. Think of someone who exaggerates their achievements to impress others. When the truth comes out, their credibility crumbles. Practice truthfulness by starting with yourself. Acknowledge your flaws and celebrate your strengths. Living in truth isn't always comfortable, but it's freeing. Imagine a friend who tells you something difficult but honest. It might sting at first, but it strengthens the relationship. In your own life, avoid empty promises, be clear in your words, and own up to mistakes. Integrity shines brighter than any facade. And as you reflect on truth, the next lesson turns to planting seeds of wisdom in the next generation. Lesson 8. Teach children. Wisdom sown in youth lasts a lifetime. Childhood is fertile ground where seeds of character are planted. What kids learn early becomes the foundation of their lives. Picture a parent who uses stories to teach values instead of just scolding. This not only educates but also builds trust. Spend intentional time with children. Read together, share lessons you've learned, and encourage their questions. Wisdom planted young grows into a legacy. Small habits like teaching kids to say thank you and please cultivate respect and empathy. These aren't just manners, they're life skills. And as you nurture the young, don't forget the soil of your own heart. The next lesson shows why intentions shape your destiny. Lesson 9. The heart matters. Intentions define your path. The heart is like a compass, always guiding your true direction. Misaligned intentions lead to detours, while a heart focused on good purposes opens doors. Think of someone who gives only to gain recognition. The act might look noble, but the emptiness inside speaks louder. Reflect daily. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it for impact or appearances? Actions mirror inner motives. A pure heart inspires trust, while hidden agendas create distance. Align your goals with genuine values. A practical step? Perform one act of kindness with no expectation of return. It could be helping a stranger or lending a listening ear. And as you nurture your heart, the next lesson invites you to pursue life's greatest treasure. Lesson 10. Seek wisdom, the greatest treasure you can gain. Wisdom isn't just knowledge, it's applying it with understanding. While possessions fade, wisdom only grows and enriches everything around you. Picture someone who learns from their mistakes and applies those lessons. They gain something no one can take away. Start small. Read an inspiring book, watch an educational video, or have a meaningful conversation. Seeking wisdom is like mining for gold. It takes effort, but the rewards are eternal. Focus on quality over quantity. Instead of absorbing random information, Choose materials that genuinely add value. Why not start with a deep study of Proverbs or join a discussion group? Wisdom lights your path and reveals where to step and where not to. Now, let's turn these lessons into action. Now that you've uncovered these 10 transformative lessons from Proverbs 23, what's holding you back from applying them? Life doesn't change through thoughts alone, it takes action. Which lesson resonated with you the most? Is it time to rethink your priorities? Break free from excess? Or start pursuing wisdom? The choice is yours, and every small step today leads to greater leaps tomorrow. Here's your challenge. Share in the comments which lesson impacted you most and how you plan to live it out. Your story could inspire someone else to start their own journey. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another lesson. Together, we can spread wisdom and create a ripple effect of change.